can wish me love. Trying to get the cake. I'm in and out of state. At least you can wish me love. Winning, hey, it's hard to tell a snake. One more flip and I'm straight. At least you can wish me love. I don't go hand to hand.
Good and T podcast coming at you. T, how we feeling today?
We're doing good today, brother.
Good shit, man. Good to be fucking back. I know it's been a minute. Y'all been waiting for it. But we're back, baby.
Yes, sir. We took a little hiatus, did a little Christmas and some personal things coming up throughout the December month. But here we are, ready to motherfucking rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, man. Back up on this shit. We're getting set up. We're looking at different locations for a podcast studio. Make it look a little nicer and shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we finally got some Eagles shit up here for you, man. We
Yes,
got
sir.
the helmet, the flag. We all set up.
Yes, sir. We have to with being in the playoffs and getting a playoff win last week. We had to fucking get some Birds gear up on this motherfucker.
Hell yeah. You feeling good about the Charger game?
The Rams.
Oh,
Chargers
Rams.
are out, yeah.
I just keep thinking of Hollywood's favorite teams.
Yeah. The Rams game should be interesting, but last time we played them, we bullied them around, and that was one of Saquon's best games that we had so far. And I think going into Philly, it's supposed to snow. LA's a beautiful weather team. You know, you go to LA on vacation in the winter, so I think hopefully the snow plays into a better game, a funner game. And hopefully we come out with an Eagles W.
Hell yeah. Fucking A. You think it's going to be a close game, or you thinking it's going to be a landslide?
I'm thinking the Eagles will run away with it. I'm hoping that by the end of the third quarter, we're going to be having backups in just to get a little rest. And then it gets interesting from there. We go into Detroit, which I think we can beat. No disrespect to the Lions, but they have a lot of injuries, and I think the Eagles match up well with them. And the Washington Redskins, or Commanders as they're known now, they're a good upcoming building team, and they did beat the Eagles last game, but that was the game where Jalen Hurts got hurt. And if you watch the game, the Eagles were 14-0 and driving down to get another touchdown right before Jalen Hurts got hurt.
Did you hear that the family of, like, the person who's portrayed for the Redskins logo, they want it to be called the Redskins again?
Yeah, that's what I've heard is, like, some of the Indian people are protesting to get the name back because it's actually not disrespectful. Everyone that said it was disrespectful was just people canceling everybody.
Yep.
And just, you know, looking for any reason to, I guess, feel they're important. You know, and like to me, how can you bitch about something when it has nothing to do with you? I guess you can, but why, you know?
Oh, for sure. It's just people bitching about shit that they don't need to bitch about.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wants to stand up for the Native Americans.
Yeah.
Or like the Ute Nation or whatever.
Yeah.
Guess what? They can stand up for themselves. They're cool people.
They're people too.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
can stand up for themselves. Same thing with African American people, black people. They can stand up for themselves. They don't need you. What did you just say?
Right. And I've always said, like, the blackface thing, which I get it, but it has to be the shoe needs to be on both sides of the foot of when we do blackface, people get canceled and that, but White Chicks, it's one of my favorite movies.
Yep.
It's two African men dressing up as white women. That's
Yep.
that's literally that's whiteface.
And dude, you look everywhere. Who's bitching about Robbie Downey Jr.?
Nobody, we love Robbie.
If you do a great, it's kind of, was it Theo that had the bit? Like, no, I think it was Andrew Schultz. He's like, hey, blackface, it's wrong. You can never do it, right?
Yeah.
And there's a black guy in the audience, and he's like, yeah, it's wrong. You can never do it. And he goes, have you seen a Navy SEAL commercial, though? If we're about to die, and the only way the enemy ain't going to see us is if I paint myself black. You're telling me we ain't getting out of this bitch?
Yeah.
Like, there's good ways to do things. There's bad ways to do things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. And I always say, if you look in a window long enough, you can find, something that makes you upset. But it really, at the end of the day, it's looking in that window and trying to find a positive out of it. It's almost impossible to do that. People just look for the automatic negative.
Oh, for sure.
So how was Christmas?
Shit, Christmas good, man.
Good?
Kids had a good fucking Christmas. Everybody loved their shit.
Yeah.
Got me a motherfucking chainsaw, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
Fuck, what else? I was gonna shout it out. Now it's been a second. Fucking, what else did people get? Fucking Aubrey got me them fucking ostrich skin square toe slippers.
Yeah.
Gotta shout that out, love. Fuck, what else did I get? I can't remember.
Some whiskey or something.
Fucking got some good cigars from my brother. Some fucking American-made cigars.
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't even know they had those.
Yeah, man.
Like the tobaccos in America and all that shit. So I'm excited to try them. I'm still chiefing on a Privada right now, but we might crack into those a little bit later.
Nice.
What about you?
Fun. We did Christmas a little late, like a couple days later than Christmas normally is, but it was fun. Opened a lot of presents. Spent time with the family. Did a lot of sledding. Did a little bit of snowboarding with Kingston, kind of teaching him how to get down the mountain and shit like that, but did more sledding than anything.
Yeah. Did you take them on Woodward or Vale or Canyons?
Nah, I just took him to a little hill by my house. Figured,
Okay.
it's big enough for him that he can just get the feel of how snowboarding is and how you buckle your feet in and just get the curiosity going out of anything.
Yeah, you think he enjoyed it?
Yeah, he loves it. He loves it. He loves to do anything outdoors, anything that play, or that's what he wants to do.
And then I got a good story for you. So last time y'all seen us, we didn't have a full bottle of creek water here. Now we do. So that lady at the liquor store, she came through. Finally came through, got me my case of creek water. I go to pick up my first bottle. There's a guy like getting like a bottle of Jack Daniels and like a couple other things. And I'm talking to the lady about it. And he goes, "Did you have that shit special ordered?" I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you buying them all?" "No, I'm going to just, let her put it out on the counter. I'll just pick it up when I need it."
I'll gradually get him.
He goes, "Hit any good?" I go, "Fuck yeah, it's better than that Jack Daniels you drinking on." "Shit, give me a bottle too." Dude, it's been maybe 5 days. All right. I finally ran out of my 6 bottles. I go back there to get some more. She's like, "You are so fucking lucky. There is 1 bottle left. I already had to order more." I was like, what the fuck? You ain't holding them for me? She's like, "You told me to put them on the shelves." I was like, "That's fair." Apparently, she put it on the shelves. Everybody who's tried it is like, "Oh, I fucking love this." Comes back and buys more. She's like, "You weren't kidding. This shit sells." I was like, "Hell yeah, it's the best fucking whiskey you can get."
Yeah.
And now that I ain't bullshitting you, let's get some of that Creek Water Peach coming in.
Yeah, so I was going to say, you better hit her with that.
So she was like, "Shit, I'll find it and I'll order it for you." So we got some Creek Water Peach hopefully coming down in the next month or 2.
Nice. So I've been keeping a little bit of notes, and I actually forgot them today like a jackass, but I'm going to try to spitball of what my notes were. And one of my questions I had is if you can explain to me and our wonderful listeners kind of how rugby works. Like, I guess it may be a dumb question, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners are like, "Thank God he asked it." But like, do you play to a certain score? Is there a time limit? How do you score? Is there a penalty box for fighting? Is there different colors? Like,
I
So-
guess you're going to have to break it down for
So
us jackasses.
I might get some shit fucked up, and if I do, it's been a while since I played. And whenever I watch, I just watch, and I'm not really caring about all the fucking intricacies and shit. But basically, how it goes is you got 9s or 15s. 15s is what I played, and then I played a little bit of 9s. 9s is a more fast-paced game because there's only 9 players on your team and 9 players on the other people's team. I really like 15s. That's just me. It's a little slower pace, but there's a lot more intricacy to it. So how it works is you got 15 guys on each side. Your team, their team. You got your forwards and you got your backs. Your forwards are kind of like your linemen. Those are the guys in the middle that you want just hitting motherfuckers. You want them to charge, hit hard, bulldoze. That's also going to be your scrum half. Your back, those are going to be your really fast, really scrawny guys that just fucking run, juke. Those are going to be like your receivers and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
So how it works is it starts off with a kickoff, just like in football. You get the ball and you run. Now, when you get tackled, it's not like football. In football, you get tackled. Okay, everybody take a breath, take a drink of water. We're going to reset, right? That's not rugby. If I get tackled, I have to lay down on the ground and face the ball away from the opposite team and face them towards my teammates. I can't get back up because there's people trying to get my ball and my teammates are trying to get my shit. They cannot step over me. They have to go around me. So I'll make myself like a horseshoe, try and give like the most space that they have to try and get around so my team can hurry and go. If they do have somebody like reaching over, my first guy who's coming to get me after I've been tackled, his job isn't to get the ball. His job is to hit the motherfucker trying to take the ball from us. So if I'm laying down and there's a guy over my back trying to get the ball, your first job is to hit that motherfucker, and the guy behind you is supposed to grab the ball and run that shit. Now in rugby, you can't throw the ball forward. The only way the ball can go forward is if you're carrying it or you kick it. You can kick it at any time. You can even kick it, run forward, and catch it and keep going. There's some really great plays on that shit. So you want to throw the ball behind you. So you get like this V pattern, kind of like birds do. And you'll throw the ball back, and you kind of like in basketball, you can kind of pass it back and forth with people like running further and back, and there's a lot of intricate details. Now, if the ball gets fumbled or something, or we go into a ruck, a ruck's what happens when I get tackled with the ball. That's what I was explaining. So if we fumble the ball, we don't really know whose ball it is. People don't know whose ball it is. Then what we'll go into is a scrum. A scrum is going to be 2 of our biggest players with a guy in the middle called the hook. And he's being held up by these 2 guys. And his job is to hook the ball backwards. Then there's going to be 2 seconds. That's what I was. I played a second. My number was 5. And we're behind those guys and we push. And then we have a guy behind us and 2 other guys on the sides. So we're like a little pyramid. And the other team makes a pyramid and we lay down and we all lock shoulders. And they roll the ball in the middle. And the guys in the middle, the hooks, are supposed to hook the ball backwards with their leg to our guys to get it out of there. Now, what you can do if you have enough manpower and your guys are tough as hell is you can just steamroll them. You can all just push and steamroll them. And then if the ball goes out of bounds, you can jump for it. So how that works, I was also a jumper because I was the tallest kid and the lightest. Lightest out of the taller guys. And how that works is I got a guy in front of me that grabs me by the knees, and I got a guy behind me fucking cupping my ass cheeks. Yeah. So I'm standing right here. We got other people standing on their side. We got somebody throwing the ball. You think I'm playing?
I'm still on the ass cheeks, dog.
You think I'm playing? Hold on. Let me get my phone. I was just looking at this photo too. I got a photo of a man all up in my ass while I'm fucking up in the air.
So this is a little of football, a little of basketball,
Little bit of
a
soccer.
fucking tad of soccer, a little bit of hockey, and fucking a little bit of gay porn when you're jumping in the air. I heard.
Yeah, just a little bit. You know, it's a little. God damn, what are they protesting?
So, I guess my first question, and I'm sure everybody else's question is, how many jump balls did you have with African American kids and you lost?
You know, I don't really remember playing with any African Americans. It was all Mexicans, white guys, and a lot of Tongans.
Yeah.
Tongans are the big player of it,
Yeah.
and those are some of the best people you can be around.
They can't get fucking about a piece of paper off the ground though, right?
Fuck no. That's why we was always going for the jumps because they knew they had a dude using me as a fucking puppet to grab shit.
Yeah, they ain't even talking shit. I'm sure they won like 90% of the leverage game, but the jump game,
Yeah, when it came to a jump off, they had fucking Sunshine reaching for shit. Oh, I know. Dude, I was literally just showing John this fucking photo. I know I got it.
So,
somewhere.
do you guys play to a certain score, or is there a
So
time
there's
limit?
a time limit. So there's fuck, what's the saying? Oh yeah. 60 minutes, 15 positions, no protection, want a ruck. That's like an old rugby saying. So a 60-minute games, there's 15 positions you can play on the team. No protection. The only protection I used to wear is tape. I'd take tape and wrap it around my head and have it press in my ears so I don't get my ear rip off again.
Yeah.
Because when you're in the scrum, you got guys squeezing your fucking head in between their hips while you're driving them forward. And if you get yanked some type of way or you fall or something, it can rip your fucking ear. That's why I didn't get my ears pierced till after high school.
Yeah.
Like,
You get like cauliflower ear probably too, like wrestlers and shit.
yeah, I keep getting it on the top where my left ear got ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so when you do the jump, so how it works is you got the two guys like pushing you up in the air, and you jump up in the air and you want to be the highest and you want to be able to lean. So these guys have to have a good hold on you so you don't fall down. Because you'll be like 6 feet off the ground
Yeah.
if you got some other tall guys pushing you. And the guy's throwing the ball down the middle. He can't throw it to you. He can't throw it to the opposite team. He's got to be in the middle. So you got to reach for it.
Yeah.
When you catch that shit in the air, there's also two things you can do. I can chuck it to my guy, or I can fall down backwards with my back facing the opposition. And my guys are going to latch onto my shoulders and use my ass as a battering ram and just charge that shit.
So can you get a foul? Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
if you kick somebody in the nuts? Can you get a foul for that?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can be taken out of the game. You can have like, all right, you're out for 15 minutes and shit. That'll happen a lot. Like if you break somebody's jaw or something, or like kick them or start throwing punches, you're probably going to get some time off.
Okay. What if you're tied at the end of the like time limit? What if it's like 1-1 or
You keep going.
till somebody scores, or
You-
is there like another time limit?
Nope.
First person that scores wins.
I believe it's the first person to score that wins. You also have kickoffs. And the difference between rugby and football is in a football, what do you have to do a touchdown?
Catch it or run it.
Yeah,
Or
and then you
intercept
got to go
it.
into the zone.
Yeah.
But once you're in the zone, that's a touchdown, right?
Yeah. Unless you're
Then why
kicking
the
a field
fuck is
goal.
it called a touchdown? Because in rugby, you don't get that point until you touch the ball to the ground. It's
Yeah.
called a touchdown.
Yeah. You touch the ball across the line. Touchdown.
It ain't down. You can touch up in football.
Oh, they usually drop the ball. Sometimes
Yeah.
they give it to the fans.
Yeah, that sounds lazy. But dude, I tell you what, there is no worse fucking feeling than seeing your guy run into the fucking end zone and just get fucking laid out and fumble the ball. Because then you didn't get a touchdown.
Yeah.
Then the ball's still in play. Then you're like, fuck, I got to ruck right now
Oh,
in the
yeah.
end zone. So you got to get that ball and then hurry and fall on it.
Okay.
And then another thing I love is when you're rucking, if somebody reaches over your buddy to grab the ball, you do what's called an alligator roll. And that's where you jump at him, wrap your arms around his waist, and just fucking roll like a fucking alligator. It knocks the wind out of you and him. So you are both incapacitated. But dude, when that shit gets done to you by a 400-pound fucking Tongan dude, and he lands right on you,
You ever walk to the sideline and they're like, what happened? He was all, he did the bloody death roll to me. You seen it, mate? He did the fucking bloody death roll to me.
oh fuck. But yeah, I mean, it's a fun fucking game, man. I want to watch it. I want to take you to a game so you can watch it and experience it.
That's like, I won't watch baseball on TV, the World Series, none of that shit. I don't watch it. I mean, if the Phillies are playing, I guess I'll fucking cheer for them. But I ain't watching that motherfucking game. But I'll go to a baseball game. Shit, you can talk me into going to a baseball game, even a rugby thing. I don't know. I find more joy in going to see it.
Dude, when I got to see, so when we won our first like championship in high school, they gave us tickets and let us go see the college game. So we're in the BY fucking stadium and it's BYU playing California. Dude, that's some other shit.
Yeah.
And that's when I started really watching like the New Zealand All Blacks and the American team and all these other, because when you see that high level, like these guys don't run, these fuckers gallop.
Yeah.
Like when you see a fucking like 300-pound pure muscle Tongan running the ball, when you look at a video of them from the front, they're not running. They're galloping because they're just ready to fucking run you down.
Yeah.
Like it's some other shit.
Yeah. There's I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but if I have, I apologize. But there's an Eagles player that went undrafted that was a rugby star. That he's a starting left tackle for the Eagles right now.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, and one of the offensive line coaches, he's the best in the NFL. If you don't know, you'll know. Jeff Statlin. You know how like the players are like, oh, so and so from BYU or so and so from the University of Utah. When Jordan Mailata comes on, he always says Statlin University.
Oh, no
for
shit.
Jeff Statlin, his
Oh,
head
fuck.
coach. Yeah. And then one of the fighters, Alexander Volkanovski, he used to play rugby back in the day.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, he's the one. Well, he used to be the 145-pound champ. He just got knocked out a couple months ago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I just seen our fire went.
flame. Yeah, and then we got some fucking fights coming up tonight. Actually, fucking. It's supposed to be what the fuck's his name? Makachev, Islam. And he was supposed to face Armin, a guy he's already beat, but Armin pulled out of the fight. Now fucking Money Moicano's fucking got the fight. I still think Islam will win, but I think fucking should be some good ass fights tonight.
You excited for that one?
Yeah,
a lot of people kind of don't like him because it's more of a wrestling. They're gonna like tonight will be a lot of wrestling. The first part of the fights will be really good because like Kevin Holland's fighting, and his nickname's Big Mouth. During the fights, like he's just talking shit the whole fight.
Is that the one that was saying the shit about his nose?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's actually Money Moicano. The one that was
okay.
like, he is an ugly motherfucker. He's talking about the Chi Wee Wee guy. He's like,
Yeah.
you know the Chi Wee Wee guy? He is one ugly motherfucker.
Oh fuck.
But the other guy, Kevin Holland, he's just always talking shit during the fights. Like there was this one time, he's on the guy's on top of him, so he's on his back, and he's like, "Hey, Jock," and he's like, "What?" He's like, "I had a dream about this," and so he's like, "What?" And all of a sudden, from the ground, dude, he fucking knocks him out from his back. He knocked the dude on top of him out.
Oh hell no.
And just during the fights, he'll just talk shit like, "Oh, you like that shit?" Like. And Dana White actually kicked him off the show because he's like, all the guy does is fucking talk during the fight. I can't fucking stand him. His nickname's Big Mouth. And then during COVID, they just had nobody that wanted to fight, and Kevin Holland fought like 6 times in 1 year.
No shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I love Kevin Holland. He's a funny motherfucker.
Dude, I think my favorite shit talk ever, like, don't get me wrong, Connor's got some of the best moments of all time. Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah.
Like, there's just a lot of shit Connor's done.
Yeah.
Like when he stole the fucking, what's his name's belt?
Yeah. That
He
shit's
was
hard.
fucking walking around with the belt and shit.
Yeah.
But dude, there is nothing fucking harder that I have seen that, what is his name? The Russian guy who beat the shit out of Connor.
Oh, Khabib?
Yeah, when he goes, I take people into deep waters.
Yeah.
They learn things about
Let's talk
themselves.
now.
Yeah, let's talk now.
Yeah.
Let's talk now. I'm just fucking getting him.
Yeah, Islam's his prodigy. The one that's fighting tonight is like his prodigy.
What time's that start?
The fights start at 7 or 8, but Islam will probably fight like 10, 10:30, 11.
Shit, well, you guys know what I'll be doing tonight.
Yeah, we're going to order the fights because we fucking love UFC, and that's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, Dana White, we spend our hard-earned money for you, so maybe you can come spend some hard-earned money on us.
Send the Red and Tea podcast to a fucking fight or something,
Hell
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Meet up with the Nelk boys, do one of them.
Fuck yeah, let's
bud.
go, man.
Fuck yeah, bud. Do a little partying with those fellers.
Oh hell yeah! I'll put a couple of $50 bills
Yeah.
on black. Let's
Who's
go. Let's do
fucking,
some gambling, Dana.
Who's the one guy with the Zen guy? What's his name?
Fuck. What is his name?
You know what I'm saying? Bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody's like they're like saying his name right. His name's this.
Well, I was watching
I
one
call
of
him
their
Upper Decker, dude.
yeah. Well, I was watching one of their videos, and they're like, "Dude, you're fucking crazy. You do 2 6%ers at a time. I don't even know how you do that." I'm sitting here like, I got 24 in right now. Fucking 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Let's go.
Yeah.
I got Zins in while I'm smoking a cigar.
So I think we might as well cut to the chase. What we're really after trying to talk to here.
What's that?
Our newfound love in our lives.
Motherfucker. What up, now?
What up, now?
What up, now? Yeah, if y'all ain't see it, I got the diamonds on. Had to rock the diamonds tonight. Had to lace up tea with a couple fucking diamonds. You know what I mean?
So my question is, how do you put so much game on somebody in just one podcast? You know what I'm saying? It's
Like, if you like Breaking Bad, go watch BMF. If you like Shameless, go watch BMF. If you like Power, go watch BMF. If you like people selling drugs, making money, and being the flyest motherfuckers you've ever seen, go watch BMF.
yeah.
If you love 50 Cent, you've already watched BMF. I ain't talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're waiting for season 4 just like we are.
Hell yeah, man.
So, I guess when I first asked you to watch it. What's your thoughts? Like, just another show, or like,
Well,
what
yeah,
the fuck's
like-
he trying to get me into?
Like,
or-
I watched Power and I liked Power,
yeah,
but I haven't even finished Power. It's not like I got hooked in fast, and then kind of like you said, it gets very repetitive.
yeah,
And there's just a lot of shit in that show that makes me angry. Like, why would you do that?
yeah,
Like, why? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
That is your best fucking friend, and you're going to fuck him over, and then he forgives you, and then you fuck him over again?
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit.
Fucking poor Tommy.
Fuck you, Ghost. Fuck him and the actor that plays him.
Yeah,
That's how much I fucking hate Ghost.
yeah,
Like, motherfucker, you're fucking with the Fed, you dumb piece of shit.
yeah,
God damn. But BMF, dude, there's only one part of BMF that I'm like, I don't like that part. But it's still so good.
yeah.
Because it pulls those fucking heartstrings.
Well, and that's the thing with that part is like, man, is the show that good without that happening? You know, that's my watching that part. Like as you're calling me and you're like, oh, you know, this happened to Kev, and I'm like, oh, dude, it gets worse. You're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know, man. You just got to watch it for yourself. Like, you got to see where they take this shit. And then when it happens, I don't know, like, watching the show, and really, you can go watch it. I don't give a fuck. I spoil it for you. Yeah. But I don't know. That Kev's just like such a nice kid. Like, at the end of the day, we all kind of wish Kev was our kid, because he's like a nerdy kid, like he's good kid, and then
he just wants to color.
he just wants to make comic books.
He doesn't want to get in any fights.
Nope.
He's getting bullied at school. He doesn't want to fight him.
Yep.
And his dad's like, just fight. Like, and that's what I really think is the true beauty in that character. Is everybody else in the show is ready to kill.
Yeah.
They are ready for violence, and most of them, their first instinct is violence, and it's that duality. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Everybody in the show is violent.
Well, besides Meech.
Well, even
Meech don't want to spill blood.
well, yeah,
Unless he has
But
to.
how many times have you seen him punch somebody in the face?
But he had to.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There's a couple times in the club that he just starts throwing hands, and then they're already
For some
down, and he
pussy.
starts just stomping them.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is everybody in the show is comfortable with violence.
Yeah.
Except for this one character.
Yeah.
And that's why you fall in love with this character, because he's such a complete opposite of the world of this show. Everybody in this hood, everybody in this scenario is violent. You have somebody who doesn't want to be a part of violence. So you root for him.
Yeah.
And you're like, because we're already getting the violence we want to see. We want to see one person resolve something without violence. But he's in a world of violence, and that's the problem. And then when he does end up using violence and he kills the kid, then he brings more violence into his life. Because the little stuff was like taking his shoes,
Yeah.
picking on him, tearing up his stuff. His life didn't get violent until he used violence.
Yeah.
And that kind of shows that downward spiral you can take. Not everybody's a Meech.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a winner. There's always a loser when there's a winner.
Yeah.
When they're selling hundreds of kilos, there's somebody who can't sell now.
Yeah.
You know what I
there's
mean?
Somebody that's using those drugs too.
You.
And that's another thing that I thought of too, like as being a parent of like kind of, I always try to put myself back in the kid's shoes of, it's very easy just be like, stand up to your bully. Like just tell him to stop picking on you. If he punches you in the face, just punch him back. But like Kev, is just not, that's not who he is, you know? Like, it's easy for us to tell Kev that, or our kids, like, hey, just go stick up to him. But really, at the end of the day, that's pretty frightening for a kid to do. Like, and when he ends up shooting that kid, like, I was just like, fuck, man. Like, just because, like, what else do you do? He's such a sweet kid. Like, he really, I mean, I guess there is other options, but really, when you're in that, being bullied, and that's kind of what I talked to Kingston about, is like, always just think of other people too. Like, it's very easy to think of ourselves, but sometimes when we're playing jokes, or it's fun, but somebody else has to be the cost of that joke. So, I don't know. That Kev part that fucking did me dirty.
Well, and it's such a bad part.
Yeah.
And like when I called you, I was angry.
That's what we were both like. How is he not killing these? Like, we're ready to run through a wall for him.
Like, dude, like, I put myself in that position, and that building would have been burned.
Yeah.
I would have been like, yeah, he's in juvie, but those kids would die.
I don't like Brian. I'm gonna get that over. I do not like Brian.
Yeah.
But when he walks up to that dyke bitch and he's like, I'm the one that killed your brother. Yeah. I kind of was like, yeah, Brian.
Yeah, his
Brian.
cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although now I'm scared because he was talking. The girl got back into the police department. Yeah. And she's like, what are you going to do?
He's headed to Atlanta. He's after Meech.
I'm after Meech.
Yeah, that's it.
And dude, season 4, Brian's back.
Yeah.
And now this motherfucker has no attachments. His partner is going to California. He doesn't have his partner who cares about him and that he cares about. He doesn't have his son. This man has no attachments except for anger.
Well,
and that's where, you know, in the show they keep talking about Moby Dick.
Yeah.
And I really like that subtle little foreplay that kind of tells you what's going to happen to Brian.
Yeah.
Because they even say it. He's like, I just got to catch my Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Or my white whale. And they're like, Moby Dick never catches the white whale.
But he does, because remember, T's having dinner with his boys, like they're older, and who catches him? Brian.
You.
I almost wished it wouldn't have showed me that part, you know, like, because it kind of ruins it a little. Like, I'd rather have it down the line, but yeah, crazy.
Yeah, man. And just the dynamic, like, most of the time when I watch a show like that, I don't care about what's happening with their little sister or their mom or their dad.
Yeah.
But they played it off so well that I care about every single character.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, when the big black guy gets shot, I was like, oh my God, I hope to God he's not dead. Because I love that character.
Yeah.
Like,
T's homeboy, right?
Yeah.
T's right hand.
Yeah, because, he fights against T, and T and him have problems.
Yeah, well, that's really Meech's boy, right?
Yeah, because that's Meech's boy, and he left him there for T.
Yeah.
And their dynamic of like, hey, I'm running the show now, you need to back me up.
Yeah.
And seeing them make that change to backing up T in Detroit while Meech is out doing his thing in Atlanta. Just all the different dynamics in the show, dude, just... Oh my God.
Keeps you on your fucking toes the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying fucking I love BMF.
Dude, it's like nothing fucking else. It's like nothing fucking else, man. I haven't fallen in love with a show like that since fucking Sons of Anarchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're different.
Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy is Sopranos on motorcycles.
Yeah.
BMF is like
50 Cent's music.
music video. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just, and fucking, like I was telling you, when I made that connection with Young Jeezy and BMF, and now all this shit's lining up, and like, fuck, I've seen more white than you've seen in your life. Like, dude is not fucking lying, dude.
Well, they said they were moving like 300,000 bricks a month.
Yeah.
In the United States.
Well, dude, I remember where I was. I was sitting on my couch watching that shit on my phone. And he pulls up to the pilot, and he's got, you got my 250 keys? 2,500 keys. Like, think about that, dude. 2,500 bricks this fucking big.
Yeah. And they were offloading it for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
The purest cocaine you could get.
Yeah. They weren't cutting it up, nothing, because they
No.
just had to make money.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, crazy.
That is.
And then fucking the Red Dogs in the show, or
Dude.
it literally stands for Run Every Drug Dealer Out of Atlanta. That's what a Red Dog is.
Yeah. And those dudes don't fucking play.
No, they fucking
When they were beating
police
up-
brutality.
Yeah, well, not just that, just like fucking, they're pulling people over and they're like, what the fuck did you pull us over for? And they broke the headlight and said broken headlight.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that is some dirty shit.
Yeah, there was that one story we were both telling each other where the Red Dogs broke into that lady's house. They had a no-knock warrant. They didn't even have a no-knock warrant. They just,
Yeah.
after everything was done, they tried to like fibgle some shit up to get a warrant. And they broke in a 98-year-old lady's house. She shot the cop once, and they ended up shooting her like 20 times, killed her. She's
Yep.
98 years old. And they tried to have one of their informants come to the house and say that she was like a drug dealer and stuff.
Yep.
And those cops only ended up getting like 10 to 12 years for that.
Right here. 98 shots fired
Yeah.
into the house. Dude, you got to understand, at that time, the service weapons they were carrying were revolvers, 1911s, and Beretta M92s.
Yeah.
The number one that had the highest capacity is the Beretta 92 with 15 rounds of 9mm. I'm not very good at math, but that's a lot of fucking magazines.
Yeah, they were
Like-
fucking click.
I'm thinking about when I go to the range, I'll normally shoot like 300 rounds. And that takes me like, I don't know, we can normally pull like an hour out of shooting that many rounds. They shot it in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is people just unloading into a fucking house. And they're using shotguns and fucking sidearms and shit. Like, that is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they fucking, and then I think they moved to Memphis for a little while, and they had like authority to like beat the shit out of you. Fucking, I think they were placing drugs on a bunch of people, and fucking, I think they just came back too. Like Atlanta just brought them back.
God damn.
And that's just, I don't know, crazy.
Well, and what's cool is like, because they're doing all this because the Olympics are coming.
Yeah.
So they're trying to clear out Atlanta to make it nice for the Olympics to come.
Yeah.
And the thing I always think of, I know you listen to Ritz too. He's got that song where he's talking about, you know, the 96 Olympics came.
Yeah.
And he's talking about all the shit that was going on because he's riding with all of his homies from the South Side. And how, like, dude, Ritz is talking about the Red Dogs and shit in his music. And that never fucking clicked until now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Ritz was about that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's just so fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it was like unlocking a puzzle. Fucking, you never knew.
Yeah.
All the pieces were there. You just never knew how to put the puzzle
Well,
together.
and then I'm watching that interview with Little Meech, and he's talking about, like, well, yeah, I was in the Young Jeezy music video with my dad, so I was like, fuck, I gotta watch this now. Dude, Meech and his son are out there holding up BMF chains and shit in the music video.
yeah.
Like, fuck, man.
Had billboards all across the country.
And speaking about Little Meech, you listen to his EP?
yeah.
It's trash.
Yeah, he a better actor than a rapper.
Yeah, stick with the acting, my dog.
That was his first one, dog.
I mean, yeah, but he's at a position right now. He can get the best producers, the best beats in the world. dude could probably fucking call Kendrick Lamar right now and get on a song with
He
him.
got 50 in his corner right now.
Yeah, you could get like 50 to help you out. Dude, he had a verse where he said, I got choppers and robbers, and we can come for you.
He ain't lying.
Well, yeah, but choppers and robbers don't really rhyme. And just the rhyme schemes and everything, I was not about it.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know, I like the actor. I like his interviews. But it's also like, you know, your dad put you in private schools so you could be something else other than that.
Yeah.
Which everybody wants to be a rapper. Hell, I'm a fucking rapper.
It's
You
like-
know what I mean?
It's like Will Smith. He ain't a good rapper, but he's a hella good actor.
Yeah, it's like Jaden Smith
Yeah.
talking about having guns and drugs and
Yeah.
shit. It's like,
Or T.I.'s son.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That little Q-tip looking motherfucker.
Like, just because, like, not saying you can't be a gangster or nothing because of your dad, but it's like, I don't know, I don't see fucking Ice Cube's son trying to portray something he's not out here, you know what I
He's
mean?
like a big wrestling fan.
Yeah.
He got a bigger podcast than he is in movies.
Yeah.
For wrestling.
Like, it's like there's lanes you can be in and you don't have to be in your parents' lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can go with it and be like, yeah, man, like my dad was the biggest drug dealer and all that shit. I got a bunch of hood ties, but why are you making a song about having guns and drugs in your car when your dad's like, I tried to give him a life I didn't have, you know? Like,
Yeah.
that seems like backpedaling to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I tell you what, if I make $1 million, my kids ain't working at fucking Arby's.
Yeah.
They might have to have a hard job, but I ain't making them work at no fucking Arby's.
Yeah.
Fucking cooking up onion rings and shit.
You gotta go do some construction.
Yeah, you're going to be a fucking utility locator.
Yeah, like everybody else.
Shit. Fuck. What are we at? We had 47 minutes. What else? Actually, so I was talking to T about doing some fucking smelling salts. And this motherfucker being as real as he is, I was like, yeah, as soon as I get paid, I'll get a refill. Because mine are old. Dog, he sent me a motherfucking receipt. He's got it on order.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be the world's strongest smelling salts coming in with us. So we're going to be trying that out on the next one when those show up. But I got some old ones that we're going to try for the first time with motherfucking tea. So remember, you don't want to snort this shit. You want to inhale the fumes.
What was his name? Say, we ready.
But yeah, so this is the Asylum refillables.
Yeah.
Ward smelling salts. I really like this little case. Like, I fucking love this little thing.
We got the ones that are on Joe Rogan too, just so everybody knows. I fucking
Yeah.
went and zoomed in on that little fucking picture on whatever Theo was holding. And the that's what it's called. That's a A-H-H-H-H.
Yeah, these ones ain't very strong. You want to get your nose down in there and sniff it?
The other ones are going to be stronger?
Oh, dude, that don't even do nothing to me. That other one. Yeah, this ain't shit. These are fucking gone. These are fucking gone.
How long you had that bottle for?
I got that one 6 months after. So that one's a year and 5 months old.
Okay. And as each time, like, you take off the lid, it gets weaker and weaker up, I'm guessing?
Yeah, because it's just like fumes. Same thing with like gas. Gas will go bad with the fumes and shit.
Yeah.
those you can add water to them, which I've already done to kind of like reactivate it, but it also loses a little bit every time you do that.
Add water, yeah.
But I mean, like that one you bought, that's a big old one, so that one's gonna last a little while. You know what I mean?
We'll have that bitch for a year on here. Like,
Yeah, but I'd say probably like there's nothing like that first time you open it. The first time I opened that one, I cried for like 5 minutes. Dude, my eyes would not stop going. My nose is draining. I'm like, oh my god.
we need to make sure I got a fucking clear path to the door when fucking that shit pops off.
Shit. So that one will be fun to do on the fucking podcast.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I was hoping that one had a little more kick in it. I didn't want to open it to save any last kick. But
Yeah, just fucking holding there.
yeah, it
Open
it didn't have nothing to it. I gave that one a sniff, and I was like, it ain't even got shit in it.
Ain't even worth it.
I'm so fucking excited for you to try that shit because it's like nothing you've ever done before. My first time doing it, I was like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, last I checked, they said they were in Aurora. I got dog dick service over here, so I can't even check, see if they're delivered yet.
Yeah, what you want now? T-Mobile, Verizon,
Xfinity.
Xfinity.
And they fucking suck.
Yeah, that's why I had to switch to that T-Mobile.
I wish I was with
I can
like
watch
AT&T.
YouTube from here to Heber City.
Fuck, I wish as you get through that lodge part and you ain't got it's SOS, son.
Yeah.
You can only get a hold of the police.
Fuck.
Like, bitch, I ain't calling the enemy. You got me fucked up.
Shit. But yeah, man, I don't know. That fucking season 4, as soon as that comes out, I'm fucking binging that shit. Like, dude, I watched the first 2 seasons in 2 days?
Yeah.
And now, like, dude, I was spreading those episodes
Yeah, you have to
out,
start
dude.
pushing it out for yourself.
That's like when you're down on your last fucking 20 sec. You got to
Yeah.
string that shit out like maybe just a nug.
Fuck, I didn't work last week and I ain't going to get that good of a check.
Yeah.
Smoked way too much last night.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, man. Let me see what else I got in my notes. We got a bunch of shit to catch up on, but I'm trying to figure out what... Oh, shit. Books. It's book talk with fucking Red NT. What books you still on?
I'm still working on the... what the fuck was I reading last? The
Cross books?
Yeah, the Cross, James Patterson's. I'm fucking haven't even moved much to where I was last time, to be honest with you.
Shit.
But I got that Big Meech book, and I started it last night before Kingston got in the car, and I listened to like 5 minutes of it, and it's all right. It's a little hard to get into. I wish the guy had a deeper voice or something.
Yeah.
And then one of the Eagles players was reading a book on the sideline, and this guy like spent his whole life savings to write this book, and it's like, you know, finding like self inner excellence kind of book. And the book went from like 500,032 on Amazon or Audible, and he's number 1 right now because like every Eagles fan
shit.
bought this book, so it pretty much changed the guy's life.
Damn.
And so I bought the book, but haven't started it yet.
Yeah. I just fuck, I'm trying to remember the author's name. He does Blood Meridian, No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
And I love No Country for Old Men, and I read Blood Meridian, and I was like, God, that is a fucking book. God damn, that's got some shit in it.
That one.
But the one I just finished is called The Road, and it's based in like a post-apocalyptic world, and it's about a father and his son walking down this road, just trying to find food and shelter and trying to stay away from the bad people and shit. And it's a heartbreaking, like, I don't know, there's so many things I like took away from it. And it's just one of those books that I think everybody should read because it's like, dude, I don't even know. It's like there's so many elements to it, but like post-apocalyptic world, he gets his wife pregnant. They have a child. The child's out playing, and the wife's just done living her life, and she wants a way out, but she doesn't want to use the bullet because they only have 3 bullets left in their gun. So she kills herself, and it's about the man just protecting the boy, and the boy's scared. And dude, it's just, there's so many aspects to that book that I could get into, but I recommend everybody fucking read that book. It's definitely up there in my top 10 now.
Yeah.
That was a fucking gnarly ass book.
You just finished it?
Yeah, I finished that on Wednesday night, driving back home from work. It's only like 8 hours on the audiobook.
Yeah.
So, I got hella time to drive, so
Yeah.
I finished it in like 4 days.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Have you started anything new?
Just that little Meech book, or a Big Meech book.
Yeah. How far are you into that?
I'm like 20 minutes, kind of same thing you said. I really don't like his voice. The voice takes me out, dude. Like, dude, I still can't finish that fucking Boosie book.
Just because the guy.
Dude, if I want to hear about Boosie's story, I want to hear it in Boosie's voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest disservice you can do in an audiobook is not have the author do their own book.
Yeah, that's why I like 50 Cent's books, because he reads his own books and
Yeah.
it gives it that you know what the fuck I'm saying?
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Like a big hunter guy that I listen to, his name's Steven Ranella.
Yeah.
His first book, he doesn't read. I still can't finish the book. And then the next book that he did, the audiobook for, it's called Buffalo America. And it's about the history of the buffalo in America and how impactful it's been. And while he's telling this story of the history of the buffalo, he's also on a hunt for a buffalo, his first buffalo hunt in Alaska. And at the end of the book, he's talking about like he got his buffalo and what he had to do to like skin the buffalo and the ritual of it. And just, dude, it's like, it's one of those things you don't really think about buffalo. You're like, oh, Yellowstone buffalo, big, hairy cow. You know what I mean?
Joe Rogan's Buffalo Trace whiskey.
Yeah, which is fucking delicious. I got some in the house.
I was going to say, I don't think he's been talking about that lately, honestly.
But dude, Buffalo America, that's another fucking book that's just like, it's crazy. There's one part where they're talking about, because they were killing off so many fucking buffalo. There was one guy, and he sees like this white mountain. And he's like, what the hell? So he gets close to it, and he realizes it's just a mountain of buffalo bodies. And like back in the day, like the Native Americans had these buffalo runs where they, like, this is a big misconception. Everybody likes to magically fantasize about what Native Americans were like. You've probably heard like, well, the Native Americans used every piece of the animal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. You can use the tendons for bowstrings. You can use the sinew for a type of tape when you get it wet, and then you wrap it around something that hardens. I use it too. There's a lot of things you can use, but they also don't have a hardware store, so they have to use it.
Yeah.
But what people don't talk about when they bring up that same situation is buffalo charges. What they'd do is they'd find this cliff, and they'd surround a herd of buffalo and charge them. Because when you're in a buffalo charge, you can't see what's in front of you because what's in front of you is another buffalo.
Yeah.
And the only other buffalo that can see that cliff, they're running at like fucking 30 miles an hour. And they got all that weight behind them, and even if they stop, the buffaloes behind them are still pushing them.
Yeah.
Because they're running for their lives. Hundreds of thousands. fucking buffaloes killed that way, falling off cliffs. And you can only take so much. You know, even if you have a super large tribe, you just killed 100 fucking buffalo right there. You can't eat 100 fucking buffalo carcasses in, you know, the time you got. So another thing that would happen is it'd get so hot, these bodies would start bloating and everything, and they'd fucking like combust and catch on fire. And so in a lot of these valleys and shit and these cliff sides, you can see large scorch marks going all the way up from where the bodies burst and just caught into a fire. Like, oh man, there's some crazy shit about buffaloes you can get into. That's another good fucking book to get into, man. That is a fucking real good book.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just love hunting shit. And Steven Ranella's got that fucking, he's got hunting autism.
Yeah.
Anybody who has like an autism for a certain specific thing, I want to hear about it. Like, I don't like trains, but if all you do is talk about trains, love trains, know every train, I want to talk to you about trains.
I just want to run a train. That's all I want to know about a train.
What's the best kind of train to run a train on?
Two ladies. Toot toot.
Fuck. Like, I don't know. I love people who are like really invested in one thing. Yeah. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson talking to that dude about space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you got one thing, that's why I ask you about football.
That's my shit.
Like, dude, I ask you, you know answers about the Raiders that I don't know. You know what I mean? That's not even your team.
Yeah.
You was talking shit on them on Facebook. I was like, damn, what'd you say fuck me for? You lump me in with the Dallas Cowboys. That's not even nice. Go talk shit on the Donkeys.
Yeah. Nah, it's just fucking who. Depends who was getting it that week. Depends who's on our schedule. I even see your team
The
on our
Las
schedule.
Vegas Raiders suck, and so does the Cowboys.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, fucking Mexican word of the day, sodas.
Yeah. So
And so does the Cowboys.
yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, man. But I'm happy to be back. We're going to keep pushing it. I want everybody to know that, like we appreciate the people who are supporting us, watching. You know, we're trying to get to the point where we can get monetized and make some money off this. And the best way to do that is we need 1,000 subscribers and we need like 5,000 watch hours. Now, I know it's a big ask, but if y'all can like, share, comment, watch it. If you gotta go do something and you're not going to be doing anything on your phone, shit, just let it run. You can rewatch the video as much as you want. All it's doing is helping us. And me and T, we're the type of people, we remember the people who supported us, and we really remember the people who didn't.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Hella good at that.
Like, you know, same way if I've ever lent you a cigarette, like and subscribe. If I've ever helped you move out of your house, like, subscribe, and comment.
I ever fronted you a motherfucking sack. Like and subscribe.
If you think I'm the type of person that I'd see you on the highway, pull over and help you change your tire, I want at least 2 hours of fucking video watch from you a week.
If I'm paying you child support, like and subscribe.
Like, share it out with your friends, your family. Dude, I'd even do a fucking contest. I want people, if y'all can send me videos of the craziest way you get us subscribers and content, if you sneak into a Best Buy and go on every single phone and laptop and subscribe to the Red and Tea, whoever does it, we'll fucking put them on the podcast. We'll take them out to a motherfucking bar and drink with them or some shit.
Yeah. We'll take
Like-
your ass out the window for with us.
I want to see some videos. Tag me in some fucking videos. Send them to me of y'all motherfuckers stealing people's phones at a party and subscribing them all.
Yeah.
Like, that shit helps out so much more than you believe. You might think, oh, it's only one. They need 5,000. Well, 5,000 is broken down in ones, and you're one.
That's right, baby.
So if you're watching this and you are not subscribed, it's literally a button. You can turn on the notifications to know whenever we drop some shit. Or if you don't want to hear from us, take the notification off and just subscribe. It don't cost you no money. It takes literally 10 seconds. I can do it right here. You type in RED space NT.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. It's not that hard. As in the time we've been doing this, you could have subscribed 300 times.
If you're on Tinder meeting bitches, steal their phone, like and subscribe.
Exactly. If you're selling drugs, every person who buys a pack gets $1 off if they're subscribed to Red and Tea Podcast.
I love it.
That's a perfect way to do it.
If you're in the strip club talking to bitches and you think you got a connection, like and subscribe.
Yeah. And I want to see y'all on Facebook. Let's see who's really supporting us. As soon as this comes out, because we're at the end of this episode. So you'd have to stay to the back. You'd have to watch this
We'd
whole
know.
fucking thing to know
We'd
this
know.
conversation.
We shall know.
So we will know. We'll know who supported us. I want y'all. Go on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, fucking everything you got. They getting rid of TikTok. I want that
It's
shit
not
on
called
TikTok.
Twitter. It's called X.
Oh yeah.
Like
X.
and subscribe if you're on X.
Yeah. On everything. Start spamming Red and Tea. We're going to know who did it. We're going to know who did it because you can tag us in it. Don't forget, we know the people who support us. We going to remember. We going to be big. Fly, Eagles, fly.
On
Fucking,
a Red and T subscribe.
but hey, we love and appreciate you all, even if you don't have time to put us on. You know, we do appreciate any support you can get. You know what I mean? Some people only got a penny to give you. Some people got a $20 bill to give you. We'll take anything we can get, but, you know, when we're driving around in fucking Bugattis and shit like Andrew Tate from this shit, talking to Joe Rogan, we remember some things.
That's right, baby.
Well, y'all, this has been the Red and Tea Podcast. I appreciate every single one of you for hanging
you,
out with
everybody.
us. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
These